Welcome, YouTubers, to day one of the new chapter of Flankster's room changes. So, as you can see, there are some massive wings right here. We're in the midst of moving. It's freaking too hazardous. Now, where I am, I can put all the posters. I need to remove this. But we've moved Godzilla vs. Kong. I can't really step back due to the scenario. And I had to put double wood there so everything matches. Kong Bust is going to be going here. As you can see, there's still plenty of space. I could probably even do Kong Bust and the axe on that glass shelf. And I'd like to keep the axe, or the glass shelf there, frankly, simply so I can do Splinter there and then the 4 turtles. So it flows. So I could actually do the Kong axe or just Kong vs. Skullcrawler. That'll still fit there. My goal, hopefully, is if I get King Ghidorah straight in that corner, of course, I'm going to move Sub-Zero. And then I want to be able to fit Mecha and Godzilla Bust. So I'm hoping I can fit that. At the minimum, we need to fit Mecha. I want all Monsterverse top shelf. I don't want any of it down low. So if we have to sell something, I will. I'm going to try and see if we can get everything top shelf. So if you don't mind blocking the wings, then, of course, Mecha will fit. And there's definitely space over there for, Kong Bust. And that will be the best angle because, from this angle, I'm not going to be seeing that nasty tooth cut gum, thing. So, yeah. I could technically get the Kong axe and wall mount it as well. That wouldn't be a huge problem if you do. Yeah, for King Ghidorah, it's honestly not that bad to move. He's not that heavy like this. But you got to take out the wings, and they're actually not too bad to take out. You just lift it from the bottom, and then it slides out pretty decently, And then, of course, the 2 tails. Godzilla vs. Kong is definitely, heavier. One individual piece here is heavier than this. But this is what I'm currently doing. As you can see, I kind of cleared a path to where I can, carry big statues right here. When I do Shockwave, I'll actually remove him. But for now, until we move Shockwave and as soon as I move all of Monsterverse out, I'm going to start moving Dragon Ball Z. I can do this right tier. I can do that. But this one, I need this open so I can carry the bigger statues in and out. I want to get him out, all the big based Transformers out of this room. And so, yeah, but we can definitely build this right tiered shelf and move a bunch of DBZ in here and whatnot. So next I'm going to be, I'm going to set up King Ghidorah after I set up his poster and then move all this in that room, top shelf. Hopefully it can all fit. It might be a tad tight, but if it can all fit, fan-frickin' Monsterverse top shelf. It's always driving me crazy having the bus below. I don't really mind Mecha down low because he still looks good, but of course he would look so much better top shelf. And Kong vs. Skullcrawler also is a very tall piece. It's 32 inches tall, and it looks so much substantial, for a few reasons. One, it doesn't scale with this. 2, once, for now I'm just going to remove that Last of Us poster so I can wall mount the other poster. But stay tuned. My big goal today is really just to finish Monsterverse. And this weekend is when I'm actually going to be looking for my boxes for Dragon Ball Z. I got a few people have been messaging me regarding a few statues, but I really just want to get the boxes out. I know Infinity Studios that, so we can sell that, and then we're going to let him go at 900 shipped. Frieza, just $400 shipped in the US. I think I know where Cloud Studios Krillin is, but I need to verify. And I think Transcendent Studio Androids is also in there, but like I said, I want to verify. But those 2, they can go immediately because I do have the boxes ready for them. So yeah, but stay tuned, folks. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video, finish Monsterverse, and I'll show you guys the results. And then the next day, I'm going to do it step by step. When I do a ton of statue work in one day, it hurts my back. It drives me crazy. You risk damaging stuff because you're weaker. So I'm only doing so much, especially while I'm really energetic right now. It's morning and I have a lot of energy. Plus of course I'm working, so I got to get back to work. Just doing this really during my lunch break. Alrighty folks, stay tuned. Alrighty, folks, I haven't hung up the Godzilla vs. Kong poster. I need to remove a few nail holes, but I think it's probably best to not do Mecha top shelf. Now, I definitely couldn't fit Kong vs. Skullcrawler as well. You know, I can move King Ghidorah more to the left, but it just looks better, a little bit more spacious like that. Like, you know, having actual space to the left and right, and then, you know, comfortable. That's like my whole vision. I want this, and then the poster in the middle of the two. And so, you know, we have to fit Transformers 4 in these two shelves. Right now it's in 3 shelves, and I would be okay selling off one of them, and I think I probably will. Drift, you know, we might sell him, but I can do the Transformers 4 line right here. So, you know, Galvatron, Optimus, Lockdown, Grimlock, and then right here is where you do Mecha Godzilla, and then Kong vs. Skullcrawler. And the glass shelf where Kratos is at, we'll put Master Splinter. And because of the way this is designed, I can actually now buy the Kong axe. There's, you know, frankly, plenty of space. You know, let me show you. You know, and I might scoot this a little bit over. I mean, there's space, but the Kong axe can fit here. It's only 11, and then, of course, it'll be really tall. You know, but we can fit the Kong axe right here. You know, you can see behind, I kind of put the cables right there. I haven't plugged in King Ghidorah or Godzilla. I need to get a small extension cord for them. You know, but this feels absolutely glorious looking at this. It'll be same height as that. There will be, like, obviously some space right here. That with the axe will fill up any negative space. You know, I could technically do something right there. I could even just throw, like, maybe like a Monarch logo, I think. I might look for, like, a Monarch logo. I think that would look pretty cool. You know, but we have some fantastic freaking angles. I might even just move the diorama slightly more to the left to give Kong a little bit more space as well. I think it might be, you know, I mean, I could technically move Godzilla bust a little bit to the left as well. The edge. And as I said, King Ghidorah has plenty of space, so I could technically move him a little to the, just move everything a little to the left to give Kong bust a little bit more space. Now, like I said, I could technically fit Mecha up top. I mean, base-wise, it won't necessarily fit on that glass shelf. I could change it to a 60-inch wide garage shelf. However, I'm technically losing 4 inches in that scenario. A 60-inch wide garage shelf gives me 12 extra inches, and then you'd have to put him deep in the corner and kind of like squeeze everything in. Now, one goal of mine with this whole, you know, Flankster 2.0 change, I want things to be spacious. I don't want it to look like Jupiter's cock just trying to fill every possible space. You know, statues do need space to breathe. You know, that's why I'm feeling like Kong needs a little bit more space, where I have a little bit too much space right here. So we're just going to, King Ghidorah's not truly in the middle, so I'm going to move him a little to the left. Let's just do all this right now. All right, so I made a little bit more, you know, like him. The middle head is directly in the middle. We moved him over, you know, still, then you got Godzilla, because it's, you know, in between the Godzilla. And then Godzilla vs. Kong.